You've tried everything. Cutting calories, joining gyms, even expensive supplements. Meet Amy. She was desperate, having tried everything. Cutting calories and endless cardio sessions. These methods used to help her lose weight, but they no longer worked. I offered her a better solution. She followed my advice for a year, and by the end of the video, you'll see her transformation. I'll also provide you with a program and a diet plan. So, grab your tea or coffee and let me break it down for you. That extra weight around your midsection is actively working against your health. The Mayo Clinic links menopause-related weight gain directly to increased risks of heart disease, diabetes, and certain cancers. This isn't about fitting into smaller jeans. It's about what's happening beneath the surface where you can't see it. Abdominal fat during menopause behaves differently than other types of fat. It's metabolically active, releasing inflammatory compounds that circulate through your body. Studies show women gain an average of 1.5 pounds per year after menopause, with fat redistributing specifically to the abdomen. This shift occurs because hormonal changes alter where your body prefers to store fat, moving it from hips and thighs to your midsection. Building on these facts, Menopause Charity explains how declining estrogen levels trigger carbohydrate cravings that convert directly into belly fat. Your body attempts to compensate for lost estrogen by seeking it from fat cells, creating a biological demand for foods that can be converted into estrogen precursors. This creates a vicious cycle where hormonal changes drive cravings, reinforcing fat storage patterns that worsen health risks. Recent oncology research reveals visceral fat increases breast cancer risk by 30 to 50%. This type of fat functions almost like an additional endocrine organ, producing hormones and inflammatory substances that can promote cancer growth. The danger isn't just the extra weight itself, but what that weight is doing inside your body at a cellular level. Hold up. Before diving into the exercises, understand that these moves are absolutely critical. Rushing in without grasping the underlying science means you'll miss the entire transformation. This isn't just another workout video. It's a roadmap to reclaiming your body's potential after 50. Take a deep breath, stay focused, and let me break it down for you. Traditional weight loss approaches often backfire during menopause because they spike cortisol levels. When cortisol rises, it signals your body to store more fat, particularly around the abdomen. High cortisol also leads to increased blood sugar levels and insulin resistance, setting the stage for diabetes. Many women find themselves working harder at diet and exercise only to see the scale move in the wrong direction because they're unknowingly triggering this stress response. The body's response to stress creates a perfect storm for weight gain during menopause. Cortisol dysregulation leads to insulin resistance and cravings, while sleep disruption from hormonal changes further exacerbates the problem. This chain reaction continues with poor sleep increasing stress hormones, making it harder to lose weight, which then impacts sleep quality even more. What makes this situation particularly challenging is that the same strategies that worked in your 30s may now be counterproductive. High-intensity workouts that once helped maintain weight can now trigger cortisol spikes that promote fat storage. Calorie restriction can backfire by further stressing an already taxed hormonal system. The solution isn't working harder, it's working differently. Addressing cortisol is key to resetting your metabolic rate, regulating blood sugar, and reducing cravings. The goal becomes finding approaches that build muscle and burn fat without triggering the stress response that sabotages progress. This requires understanding how your body's needs have changed and adapting your strategy accordingly. By the end of this video, you'll learn the 5 well-structured routines just for you, but for you. Research from Winona shows cortisol becomes dysregulated during menopause, turning what was once an effective fat-burning strategy into a weight gain trigger. The high-intensity workouts that kept you lean in your 30s now create cortisol spikes that signal your body to store fat, particularly around your midsection. The University of Exeter found traditional cardio can increase cortisol by 28% in menopausal women. This hormonal surge alters how your body processes energy. Cortisol directs glucose into your bloodstream for immediate use, but when that energy isn't fully utilized during exercise, it gets converted and stored as fat. This explains why many women experience the frustrating paradox of working harder at the gym while watching their waistlines expand. Hormone rebalance research shows cortisol dysregulation leads to insulin resistance. Elevated cortisol makes your cells less responsive to insulin, prompting your pancreas to produce more. This hormonal environment promotes fat storage and triggers cravings for refined carbohydrates, which worsen insulin resistance. A well-intentioned workout can end with overpowering urges for sugary snacks hours later. Sleep disruption compounds the problem. Cortisol spikes from evening workouts can delay melatonin production, reducing sleep quality by up to 40% according to clinical studies. Poor sleep elevates ghrelin, the hunger hormone, while suppressing leptin, the satiety hormone, making portion control nearly impossible the next day. This creates a cycle where exercise-induced stress leads to poor sleep, driving overeating and resulting in more abdominal fat storage, the exact outcome you're trying to avoid. The University of Exeter study showed the Pavolvi method improved hip strength by 19% and full body flexibility by 21% without cortisol spikes. Participants also experienced 10% increase in dynamic balance and stability, crucial for preventing falls as bone density decreases. The solution isn't abandoning exercise, but recalibrating it. Movements that challenge muscles without overwhelming your cardiovascular system provide the metabolic benefits without the cortisol backlash. Isometric holds, slow resistance movements, and controlled transitions between positions create muscle tension without spiking heart rate excessively. This approach builds lean tissue that burns more calories at rest while avoiding the hormonal triggers that sabotage fat loss. And here is Amy transformation. She found success by shifting her focus from high-intensity workouts to these muscle-building activities. She not only saw her waistline shrink, but also felt more energetic and balanced. Her story is a testament to the power of understanding and adapting to your body's changing needs. The exercises most women do during menopause often work against their biology rather than with it. Research from the University of Exeter on the Pavolvi method shows specific resistance training can improve physical function without triggering cortisol spikes. This matters because most fitness professionals still recommend the same high-intensity approaches that destabilize hormones in women over 45. Right movements recalibrate how your body manages energy storage and stress response. Modified push-ups build chest and arm strength without joint stress, according to Better Me data. Unlike traditional push-ups that strain wrists and shoulders, this variation uses elevated surfaces to reduce load while maintaining muscle engagement. You perform them by placing hands on a sturdy table or bench at hip height, keeping your body straight from head to heels as you lower your chest toward the surface. The controlled motion activates pectoral muscles and triceps without spiking heart rate excessively. Women in clinical trials maintained proper form for 12 to 15 repetitions without experiencing the joint pain reported with floor push-ups. One participant noted, "I finally feel strong without the pain." Moving on to another gentle yet effective move, bird dogs improve core stability while keeping cortisol levels stable, as found in positive pause research. This deceptively simple exercise involves getting on all fours, then simultaneously extending one arm and the opposite leg while maintaining a neutral spine. The movement challenges balance and coordination without elevating stress hormones. Studies show it activates deep core muscles 30% more effectively than crunches, with participants reporting better posture and reduced back pain within 3 weeks. The key lies in the slow, controlled motions that build endurance. A client shared, "My posture has never been better, and my back pain is gone." Single-leg hamstring bridges boost metabolism without adrenal fatigue risk. Performed by lying on your back with one knee bent and foot flat, the other leg extended upward, you lift your hips while squeezing glutes. Research indicates this variation increases hamstring activation by 40% compared to standard bridges while minimizing lumbar strain. The unilateral loading forces smaller stabilizer muscles to work, creating metabolic demand without cardiovascular stress. Participants in a 6-week trial lost an average of 1.5 inches from their waistlines while reporting improved sleep quality, a side effect of avoiding cortisol spikes before bedtime. Wall sits create lower body strength without joint impact. By sliding your back down a wall until thighs parallel to the floor, you engage quadriceps, glutes, and core muscles isometrically. This static hold avoids the repetitive motions that irritate aging knees while still building lean muscle. Data shows women who incorporated 2-minute wall sits daily improved their bone density scores 8% over 6 months. The exercise also enhances circulation to lower extremities, counteracting the fluid retention common during hormonal fluctuations. Seated torso rotations address oblique strength without spinal compression. Sitting upright with feet planted, you rotate your ribcage side to side while keeping hips stationary. This movement targets the often neglected internal and external obliques muscles for maintaining waist definition. Unlike standing twists that can strain discs, the seated version protects vertebrae while improving rotational mobility. Participants in a metabolic study burned 17% more fat from their midsections using this technique compared to traditional ab exercises. I put a lot of effort and time into this video. If you find it valuable, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. It will help a lot. By doing this,